quick run of Freehold. So I'm going to get moving on that. My last stream, I don't know what happened with the audio. I had put on Streamlabs with copyright-free music, and I thought I'd done all the settings correct, but something's happened, so it's muted it. So I've just taken it off for this stream. Hope that's okay with everyone. I figure that you can play your own music and listen to your own things, or just have this in the background and have your music over the top or something. The whole point of my stream is I wanted to just be that kind of friend in the background that you can play and just feel like you're not alone. Just have it running and I'm doing my stuff, you're doing your stuff, and then we can be online together. That's what I like to do. I like to have just a not necessarily like a YouTube and stuff. I like to have for I've got a problem, I need to fix it, but also I just like to have a bit of background noise and a bit of feel like somebody's there with me. So that was my intention with starting streaming. Since I've been playing this game so long, sometimes it can get a bit, you meet friends, you play with friends, and then over time they leave and have their own different interests and different games that they play, and I'm a bit tragic. Keep the one game the whole time. I'm not sure what I would play if I didn't have World of Warcraft. I don't mind a bit of Zelda. But PlayStation games and other games like that, to me, the ending is the part that I don't like. Whereas this is always something to do. There's always something to collect. There's always something to work towards. You think you've finished everything on one character, and then you go, okay, next character. Oh, I should have too busy talking and not enough what I'm doing. So I was just putting my characters back to where they are going to sit for the next reset. Okay. So it's Sunday today. It's quite sunny and lovely outside, even despite being midwinter. We haven't had a lot of rain this winter, so I'm a bit, I mean, it's nice to have no rain, but it's sort of expected in winter. Alright, we're going to go right back up to the top of my mostly played characters and ignore the least played characters. I did notice the other day that I'm missing some appearances on, you know, when you leave your characters and they, for so long that Blizzard thinks, you need an update, here's some more equipment, and then there's new appearances. So I'm tempted to just leave a few just sitting there, not doing anything, and then go, oh, I'll get those appearances. So I'm going to do looking for raid because I don't need someone to skip me, and it's quick, and I just feel like I need a quick win today. I believe it's victory or death, but the problem is you've got to kill the 3 bosses. But it's better than killing all the bosses to get up to make a talk. But I'm looking for raid, the mount, not that it drops for me, but it should drop from Jaina. So it won't drop from Make a Talk. it's supposed to drop from Jaina. Probably should have buffed and popped all my things so that I could kill him in one go. So yeah, just gonna do a couple of hours today. I had a bit of luck last night. I ran the what's it called? Um, to look it up on my piece of paper. What was it called? Tazavesh dungeon, Tazavesh from Shadowlands. I looked up. I have this new add-on that my friend told me about. It's called Bounty Helper, and it tells you the percentages of the mounts that you're going for. And Tazavesh at the time was the top of my thing at 7%. I feel like they've increased the drop rate on the GMOD, because when I looked up a couple of days ago, that was lower, and they probably haven't. It's probably just me, but the Tazavesh was highest at 7%, and I looked up the monks were able to kill shot or touch of death or whatever it's called, um, and get through that stupid shield that it has, so you don't have to sit there and pummel it away for 5 minutes. So I ran that on my monk, and I think it took only about 4-5 runs, and I got them out. So that was happy. Good, great. I popped a screenshot of it on my Instagram, which is my new Instagram. So that's good. So that means that I've got 3 or 4 mounts from this increased drop rate, which is good. Just got about 5-6 to go. So yeah, sort by difficulty? No, sort by mount. Wish you could do it by chance. So what I figured, to try to stop jumping around and to concentrate, I'm going to try just do one at a time. I was trying to concentrate on a few at a time, like about 4, but like Marifang, I probably won't do that on stream anymore because of when you get lifted up by the angel and dropped, then you can't walk straight, and then I have to reload, and I don't think that you guys want to watch me having to reload my screen over and over again. So I'm going to try for that one off stream. This one, I'm just so sick of running this place. So sick of it. So this is top. I'm going to concentrate on this, get it done. I think I ran through everything while I had that thing up. Wonder if I jump on here, will it go away? Have you guys been doing any time walking? Well, I managed to get the mount from this particular time walking, but I need to do more to build up my coins or whatever. There's still heaps of toys, particularly in Legion. I don't have many of the toys, so I need to do a lot of time running. I don't mind time running, time walking. It used to be, I feel, harder, or maybe it was just me. I don't mind it easy. The bosses seem to have a bit more hit points. You have to do them a bit longer. Let's go. I just have to be careful not to kill her too quick because a couple of times on my other character I killed her too quick. I've done it on about 3 characters now on Looking for Raid, and if you obliterate Jaina, then you don't get the little bit in the middle where she creates the ice path, and so you're looking at your chest from the boat and it's all the way out there and you can't get to it. We're heading out to my husband's parents for tea tonight, so we're going to go out there about 4:30, and it's 12:30 now, so got a few hours in to get some attempts in. Kind of wanted to do some delves as well. I've only got maybe 2 more upgrades left on my weapon, and then I've got no more upgrades on my main character, my shaman. I want to get that done before too long. Although I think I've already got the achievement. Just want to feel like it's finished. I could, I suppose, do some Mythic Plus. I'm a bit scared of doing Mythic Plus. Get some upgrades, but these little balls used to freeze you if you just got touched once. Now you can just sort of run through them. I actually got the glacial mount in current when it was hard with a pug. I got it and my friend invited me along. Oh, no GMOD. That was actually a lot of fun. It was really hard, the fight. So hard. But we got it done and we got the mount, and then I have a lot of pride about that. Oh. That was a bit silly of me. I should have just left group because I was in Looking for Raid, and then I would have been put back where I was started. Didn't think you want to hear me drinking. I get a bit of a sensory thing myself when I hear people swallowing, so. Nothing like being recorded with a microphone next to your mouth to feel really self-conscious about eating and drinking, hey? Victory or death? Just victory, thank you. So I wonder what other people do on a Sunday. I know my niece and nephew have lots of sport. But glad my kids never got into weekend sports. My daughter does do martial arts, but she goes with her dad. So and it's usually just Saturday mornings, but Sundays are a day of rest. I do work quite a few Sundays. Good money, you know? Can't say no to time and a half. What is it? Double time on a Sunday, actually. Time and a half Saturday. Come on, open the gate. Thank you. So what, I'm thinking beyond this event, what can I possibly farm? What can I work on that gets my goal ahead? Should I continue with my finishing expansion after so I was doing classic raids. I was just doing all of the raids and I've got everything except for one pattern from Molten Core on my rogue, which I think I've done a run of that already this week. Should I go back and finish all the dungeons? Farm them up, but they're a bit of a pain because classic, the drop rates in there are just, it's abysmal. You like get one or two things from each boss, which I understand why, because it's hard. But do I go for quick wins? Do I go Cataclysm next? Do I just jump? Do I just finish the raids? Do I finish the raids off and then just go back and do the dungeons at another time? I do go back and do them when I'm lore mastering, so this is just loot them, will ya? So I'm trying to do lore master on one of each class. Well, it started off as one of each armor type. So I've done a mail, and then I've done a leather, partially, and then I've done a plateware and a cloth. And then I'm starting to double up. I've done a bit of my hunter, and so I did it on the rogue, and now I'm doing it on the druid. It's just my happy place. I love going back there and questing, and it's so much fun now that you can just one-shot everything. Why make it hard? Brings the nostalgia back. But do I continue with maybe do I do achievements? I've joined a Discord server called Achievements, and I'm hoping to work on these ones here, the dungeons and raids. Because I've got a lot, right? But then I've just got one here, and Shadowlands is not great. So yeah, Orgrimmar, and then it jumps. I've done quite all of the others. But then there's a mount with each of these. Questing completed. Then it gets Cataclysm and it gets a bit harder. Like this one here, you need to have somebody of the opposite faction, and you've got to both be there and the right NPC just lying next to them. But then, if I get that one done, then I get a title, and I get 2 achievements, and it's a meta. Same thing for the Pandaria one. I've managed to get pretty much everything. This crushing the roaches, man, that's hard. It's so hard. I don't know how people get it. this one is just I've got to be there and do it. But then that's it. That's all there is. And then I get another title and it's a meta and it's tick. It's done. Don't have to look at it again. Draenor, what have I got? This is hard because you've got to be low enough level or not DPS. You can't smush them. You just can't one-shot them. You've got to slowly DPS them down long enough for them to change, or it trains you or something like that. And then that's done. Legion, pretty happy with that. BFA, yeah, and then from BFA onwards, things get a little bit less completed because I've obviously been concentrating on the earlier expansions. These ones I just have to be on when they're up. Just one more to go. This one here, yeah, and this one's a pterodax is a drop from pterodactyls. They drop an egg and you got to nurture it up and get them out. And I played a lot of BFA and I farmed that all the time and it just never dropped. So, oh, don't kill it, don't kill it. Ah! Easily distracted. As my friend says, squirrel. Yeah, so I'm not sure how I'm going to get that other one done. I might have to... I don't even have any alts at a low enough level. I've only got one earthen, which is mid-50s, and the rest are 70 plus. The event that was pre this expansion, I have to loot it twice, because you loot it and it doesn't loot. The pre-patch event for say it again. The pre-patch event for the War Within was so good for leveling. Oh, why does it stick you here? Oh, I did the wrong thing again. God, I'm silly. Yeah, so I managed to level up my entire complement of ults to level 70. And I managed to gear them up, almost all of them. I reckon I only had about 3 to go to be full level, like the leveling gear that they gave you. Crazy. Yeah, I've been running this place too much on Mythic, so I always talk to him to leave. I should right click my portrait and leave. Let's see if I can remember this time without talking. Oh, come on. Late screen of doom. Let's go, baby-o. To victory and beyond. I grew up in a Star Wars house. It was Star Wars or nothing. My parents we watched the videos all the time. My dad got the surround sound audio system installed, and anytime they had visitors over, anytime they had friends over, he'd bring them in and he'd fast forward the VHS to the TIE fighter scene, and everyone would have to sit in the middle of the room and then hear the surround sound goodness. So I never really, we didn't know about Star Trek. And I used to think, oh, Star Trek, you know, you had to be one or the other. But as an adult, I then went and watched it. And I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's pretty basic. It's always the red shirt guy dies. And I've never known any kind of management system that doesn't send their minions down to go and explore the world or whatever. But, you know, it's fun. Like, what kind of captain of this mega trillion spaceship do you really think that the captain and their most senior team would be the ones going down? Silly. over and over and over, risking their lives. Can you imagine? Oh, my captain died. Oh, gee, it's not only that we might have, what, 100,000 people on board or something. Can't do it in combat. Got my slippers. Come on, make a talk. Got stuff to do. Yeah, so when I had kids and, you get stuck on the couch a lot, feeding babies. So I was looking for stuff to watch, and I watched all the way through every single Star Trek episode ever, including all the movies and everything. I love it. I do hyperfix on certain things though, so that does help. I've been hyperfixating on World of Warcraft for 20 years. I did have a few years break. I had a 4-year break actually after my first daughter was born. I wasn't coping all that well with trying to heal our raid during our Lich King attempts back in Wrath of the Lich King, and my daughter, it was so hot. It was middle of a heat wave. My daughter was not sleeping, and she just was really grizzly and colicky, and she just wanted to be held, and I couldn't hold her because I was having to heal. And my group of friends were so patient with me, and they were so kind, and I had to keep going AFK over and over and over again, try to feed her and put her down, and she just wouldn't go to sleep, and I just snapped, and I just said I can't do it, and I logged off and didn't log back on for 4 years. Bit of an overreaction, I understand, but I obviously just, it was too much. And then I had my second daughter 2.5 years later, and then I think it was, yeah, so what, 2.5, so 1.5 years after that, and I was bored. Like, without a game to focus on, what do people do? I used to have lots of different hobbies, but none that ever grabbed me for as long as this game has. So I did start sewing a bit, and that's fine, but I couldn't do it all the time. And so yeah, I just was like, I said to my husband, I'm bored. There's nothing left to clean. There's nothing left to do. I need something. And he's like, oh, why don't you play? Where is it? My interrupt. I'm gonna die. Um. Oh, it's right there. Not very good at this talking and stuff. I said I'm bored. I need something to do. He's like, why don't you play this new game called Rift? Rift. It's kind of like WoW, but it's free, so it won't cost us money. I'm like, okay. And so pulled my computer back out of the dust and loaded up. So this is like 3 years, 3/4 or whatever into the timeline. And I played that for a couple of months, and everything I used to say, like, this is kind of like WoW, or in WoW they have this, but it's better, or, you know, oh, this reminds me so much of WoW, or like, I would be doing this in WoW. And he's like, oh my god, just go back to WoW if you really hate this game. Like, because I didn't want to spend any time, because I felt like I was wasting my time. And I could be working towards my WoW goals that I'd been working towards. So yeah, booted that back up, and I think about 10 kilos of this weight's attributed to not moving from playing this game. Maybe more like 20 kilos. But I love it so much. Had another break when we moved house. It was too hard to try to declutter a house down and change kids' schools, and why can't you? Oh, lucky I just killed it. Did I change my talents or something and have not? I don't even have a silence. So how do people interrupt as a priest? Well, that's tricky. I'll just take that off. Oh, anyway. Um, so yeah, I was trying to make our house look like we didn't live there to sell it, because that's what you had to do, and buy new furniture and stuff. So I packed my computer away and um, concentrated on that, on changing jobs and moving house, moving kids' schools. I had just had cancer. I had quite bad cancer, and I had 14 months off work recovering from that, and I was getting back to work and trying to work as much as I could to rebuild the finances, in because trying to buy a house directly after time off work for that long, even though it was COVID and you weren't spending as much money, it was still spending money on setting a house up for sale and going out every weekend and looking for houses and things. So yeah, I had a bit of a break then, but I'm back. I've thought about streaming over the years a few times. Um, it would have been fine before kids, but it wasn't a thing back then. Because really, oh no, don't kill that mouse. It wasn't really, most people didn't do that. Not in Australia anyway. We then had kids and it was always noisy. It's always things happening, and I was only playing here and there, and like nobody wants to watch a mum play WoW. But I've just reached a point in my life where I've decided that I'll do what I want. And because I like to have the other screen on, and I don't particularly want somebody telling me what to do all the time, I just want to have what feels like somebody keeping me company. And there aren't too many people out there, Australian women, who just play the game, just do quiet sort of things. So I'm like, well, I'll give it a go. Now, leave. May as well. So I have downloaded a few new add-ons. Um, I was watching Divine Kate the other day and didn't realise they had a add-on, and I gave it a go, and I really like it. I think it's good. I wish I could minimize the box a bit more. It's quite a large box. You can make it longer and shorter that way, but not that way. So this is it, the daily lockouts and stuff. You can make it longer and you can make it wider, but that's as narrow as you can make it. And I probably would like it to about there. I understand there's quite a lot of information that they're trying to fit into the box. But yeah, I wish it was a bit narrower. Oh, this is the one I needed to skip. Because my druid is my inscription, person, and they have already done it for the inscription patterns. I'm just going to have a bit more coffee. This is my cup I found on the road. We're driving along. It's obviously fallen out of the ute, and the only problem is it's a little tiny bit scratched here, but the rest of it's fine. And like it's fallen out of a car and it's on the side of the road. That's not an advert for Yeti, I don't know what is. I'm pretty sure I haven't done it on this one. Yep. I have done molten core. So there's probably a whole stream that I can do with this rogue, because I've got to do some pickpocketing and Tazabesh for some lockboxes, and that gives you Rarity the pet. I've got a lot of engineering to catch up on patterns. Engineering's a pain. It's always been a pain. My first character was an engineer. It was the original, in my opinion, the original, how do I say it, profession that required crap from all the other professions. So sometimes when you were like a tailor, you just sort of, you always needed potions and things, but engineering just needed leather and cloth and potions and other bits and pieces from all the other professions, whereas if you were an enchanter, you just needed to disenchant stuff and you have all the things you need. But I guess engineering's like MacGyvering, isn't it? You need a paperclip and a toothpick and a bit of tape and a bit of twine, and you can make a battery for an airplane and escape. These do nothing. I'm just so yeah. I've got oh, can't click on anything in combat. Too many. All the things doesn't like it. So at my parents' last night, we went for my dad's birthday, which was lovely, and we had a fire. Not like a real fire. They made their friends make these. How do you, they're not like they are a fire, but it's like the wheels from the rims of the cars, the metal insert parts. They're normally on their side. You turn them up this way, and you put all four of them, and you weld them together. And then on the top, you add a little plate with a lid. So you pop the wood in there, and then they weld a flue to the top, and it goes out through the carport roof. And underneath you can have like a tray or a dish to catch the ash, like a metal ring or something, just to keep it. And we had my nieces, and they've never had a campfire, they've never been camping, so we had marshmallows on sticks for them, and just opened the top and they popped it over the top of the flames that were coming up. Very cute. And they had sparklers for the first time. Grandpa lit them for them. They didn't need to do that. They're only little. It's got some very cute little videos of them. My two girls were too old and too teenager to be involved in that. They watched. I wonder if there's anything I should be pickpocketing in this raid. So it was nice, and we had this barbecue tea. And I made this slice that I've been making. It's from bestrecipes.com. It's called sour cream peach slice. And I used mangoes instead of peaches this time, and it was still pretty good. It's the latest. I just bring it everywhere. I was going to say hyperfixum, but it's not. It's you know, when you make something and then I'll make the same thing for the next place, and then they ask you, oh, can you bring that slice again? And then suddenly that's the only thing you're allowed to make for the next 5 years. I feel like that's going to be that. So I've pre-purchased all the. It uses the cheapest cake mixes from Woolworths. They're the ones that you don't notice. They're on the bottom of the shelf in a little plastic bag. The fruit's obviously a little bit more expensive, especially if you buy the good stuff, which I do. Mangoes were about $6 for just one container of it. And the sour cream top is just milk, sour cream, and 1 egg. And I put a little bit of vanilla paste in it, and I reckon that helped. And you put some cinnamon sugar on the top before you bake it. Didn't really taste the vanilla this time, but I felt a bit gourmet putting it in. I think I might try with apricots next time. I feel like the peaches, you can taste the sour cream, you can taste the cake bottom. You mix the cake mix with some coconut and it just holds it together a bit better. But I reckon apricots might give it a little zing. Come on, Jaina, stop flying around. That's what the Tazavesh mount looked like. I sort of didn't imagine it was going to look like that. One of those disc things. Oh, I wish you could skip this bit. I was going to look at my mount count. 887. I'm never going to be at the top of the mount collecting score because I don't PvP. So I have never got any of the Battle Master, whatever you call them. The seasonal ones. What are we up to? 54 attempts now. I was watching Killax's video on collecting, and he was saying that you basically have to PvP first in an expansion and get those achievements first. I'm like, I don't think I'm that serious. Like, I like being up there, but it's not my whole personality. I enjoy being around the people more than I like being up there, but I don't have to be number one. almost clicked the wrong one. I really need to come back here as an alliance and knock out some of these rares and achievements and things. And I have one. I did one. My warrior on augury. But yeah, there's still a couple of things I need to get done. Like the honeyback honeyback I think it was called, with a bee mount. It was the first bee mount. That's the whole reason I made the... Oh, and there was an achievement. You had to have max level on Horde and Alliance. It was the first time they had that achievement. So I did that. You get a one shot. Yeah. But there was so much to do. And I was farming for the Brutosaur and going through treatments. So, honestly, it's a miracle I got as much done as I did. I haven't got too much residual problems from the cancer. I just get tired really quickly. And it's made me menopause, which is probably too much information, I'm sorry. About 10 years before my time. My hair was grey like this from early. I was 17 on the bus going to a music concert in high school, and I found my first grey hair. So I've been grey my whole life. But it was only in COVID I stopped dyeing it. Like, we're not going out. You can't get a hairdresser appointment no matter what, because everything was shut. We're all in lockdown. Like, well, there's no better time to see what I actually look like without hair dye. And I didn't mind it, so I've left it. Which is good, because I'm lazy about my hair. I hate going there. I've got so much hair. Well, I had twice as much before the cancer, but I have not because of the treatment, but because of the menopause. The hair just falling out. It's just a normal thing. You can Google the symptoms of menopause, and it's one of them. But it used to take 7+ hours in the hairdresser getting my hair done, and I hated it, because you're sitting in that chair with nothing to do, nothing to look at, like apart from crappy magazines or your phone. And then you'd leave and your back was sore and it would be night time and you weren't going out anywhere, and it was like, well. And then 1 week later you look and you've got this white streak in the middle and you're like, I've just paid $300 for this. Play chicken with that timer, don't I? So this is a character I did some time walking on last night. Got a couple of upgrades. It's probably my least geared character, but so I still got some 580s and stuff. 480s. So had some fun. I did unmute it. Yes. I've pretty much only got this one character that's... I've got one Alliance and one Horde Panda, but that's it. I don't mind them, they're just... they're okay. I don't know why. I get what they were going for. I think it's just because pandas are inherently just like lazy balls of blubber, and I love them in the zoo, but as a character you play, I don't feel like it's believable. Okay, Jaina. Dodge, dodge, roll. Oh, come on. Totally would have made it. I think it is cool though that she's so powerful she can just make the sea freeze. $42. Was it 42? 52. 55. 42%. Got none of it right. I lied. I had a panda mage. Totally forgot I had her. She's only the next on my list. It's probably why I don't play her very much. I think that's what this is called, Master Collector. I wonder what Rarity says about my luck chance now. Let's have a look. Still says lucky. 55 attempts. This is how it felt like farming Memron's head before. It's like, it's never gonna drop. It doesn't exist. Woe is me. And I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go in there for something else. I'm gonna go in there for the appearances. I actually don't care about that anymore. I don't even want them out to drop because I have to run for these appearances and they're gonna take longer. And then the bloody mount dropped. Like, oh, Well, now I really don't want to come back in here because I've got them out. Like, going back into raid when you've already got them out, but you need the appearances because you're a stupid collector and you've already got that appearance, but not from that item. It's hard. So I still need to go back into there for a couple of appearances. Not too many, just like maybe 2. It's not going to load in combat. Sorry, I'm really bad at finishing my thoughts. I'm almost 100% sure that I've got ADHD, which everyone's probably like, duh, yeah, of course. So, if I look at this one here, I used to be able to have both of them up all the time, and I don't understand. There was an update and it doesn't work anymore. So dungeons and raids, Wrath of the Lich King. See how green everything is? So, it's really good. I like it. Oldwa. It's only normal now. So Algalon, I'm never gonna get this because you need a raid of 40 players and you need to be the same item level as the raid. It's just not happening. So we'll just pretend. It's saying I don't have the achievement. See, I'm missing 30 of 32. So I'm missing the achievement and I'm missing the title. So that counts as 2. So we just ignore that. Mimron though, I need 2 hats from Mimron. And I need a Warlock hat and a Paladin hat. And I think I've actually got the Paladin hat in their bag. I just need to go hand it in Dazar'alor, original Dazar'alor. So yeah, I'll be so happy when I don't have to go in there again. Not at all. I mean, it was fun and I liked it and it was great and I have a lot of good memories of going in there with my guild and it was so much fun when it was current and everything, but I pressed the wrong button. But I've had enough of farming the stuff now. I'm done. Time to move on. So molten core. Just need that one. Concentrate here so I don't die. Because that was so embarrassing. So embarrassment. So yeah, molten core, it's just this one from engineering. I've had it drop about 5 times on the wrong character. Anixia, I've just got a quest, some Alliance leatherworking quest. I don't know where that's from. I've been on my Alliance leatherworker and I have tried to work out where to pick that up and how. That requires a bit more investigation. Temple of AQ, I thought I'd done all of it, but I haven't. I've got 2 more, which are plate. You have to be on the paladin for it to drop. And this is also a plate. Pretty sure you have to be on the paladin for it to drop. But this whatever, Viscidus, Viscidus. It's really hard to kill. You don't have to have B on a plate for it to drop, but it does help. So I can go on my shaman, easy. I suppose I could plant a shaman outside and run it. BFD, there's lots of zone drops. And people put them up for absolutely ridiculous prices, which I'm not paying. So, a couple of quests. Where's that from? Alliance only. And just one thing from there, so that's pretty good. Only really 2 appearances, I can run them on my Alliance characters. BRD, that's been a slog. I've only got 2 more of these to go. That's exciting. One thing there. I think he doesn't spawn very often, this one. And from a rare. And I did not know that there was that. But it's known. So... Oh, okay. Right, so I need to create the Dark Iron Scorpid. I have the pattern, I need to make it for the achievement. Okay. Got it. So yeah, I feel like I'm making progress through the classic stuff. Let's just drop it all back. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do something here. So I'm quite pleased with all this green. Obviously, Scholomance and Scarlet Monastery, I need to go back in and do a bit more farming there. But it'll be exciting to knock some of these off of the... I need to go there some more. So it doesn't like blink in this area. It'll be really good to go. I don't have to go there. I've got everything I need. Speaking of blink, did you see the Doctor Who episode? I mean, it's old, so you should have. Man, that was scary. I've seen it probably 3 or 4 times now, and I still get scared. Not as much as I used to. Less I. I should sell some stuff on this character. Ah, no, not that. Not that. These ones can go. I've obviously sent myself stuff and been like, here, you poor underplayed character, you must have some gear, and done nothing about it. Everything should be pretty safe to sell from now on. Sorry, that would have been really annoying having the flame right there. I'm looking at the bags, not at the rest of it. Make it neat. Log out. Yeah, so pretty much every mount except for King's Rest mount I've got off stream. It's not ideal. Mm. Do you reckon that would be too boring to watch on stream, me working through my professions, running stuff over and over for the patterns and stuff? I've got a lot of work to do. It can get overwhelming thinking of all the work to do. Just how much there is in game. But I try not to think about it too much and just concentrate one job at hand. Oh, oh, that would have been sad. I would have been very sad. See? Look. Send that to that one. I reckon it's the hardest thing about collecting is staying the course. So all I want to do right now is just not do this. I don't want to run this place anymore. I've had enough. I'm like, oh well, that's enough. But if I don't continue, then it won't drop. If you just keep going, it eventually does. What's forcing me to do it right now is the increased drop chance. Just probably will cut it down by half what kind of farming you have to do. This trinket, man. This trinket sticks it on your head. It's so silly. Like, it's so silly. It's just floating there. I feel like the people who design their hats just don't even try. They're so ugly. I know I said that the panda was the most undergeared level 80. It's because my panda is the last in of my characters that have a profession. So in my head, they're the only ones really that I bother with, because you gear them up because they're the ones that have to do the content for the patterns and the designs and all that sort of stuff. The rest are just extras. Sometimes I wish I'd chosen different classes, like the monk doesn't really do it for me. But if I'd picked paladin as my dual crafter, I feel like I would play it more. But I've invested so much time on the character, getting the patterns, getting the upgrades. So like in Legion, you didn't just get the pattern, you had to get rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. So I feel like if I drop it or I start again on another character, I would have to start all over again and farm all the patterns again and do, whereas yeah, it's all or nothing. I have all characters on my alliance side, with professions too, and it kills me that I've got patterns on them that I don't have on the ones that I play the most. So I'm more Horde than Alliance these days, whereas I used to be all Alliance, no Horde at all. Um, yeah. I really have not enjoyed the crafting update. What I do like about the crafting update is the fact that it's been relevant all the way through. Like it used to be, once the first raid came out, the crafted gear would not be quite as good, and then the second raid would come out and it would be superseded and you would never have a need for the crafted gear again. And now I feel like the crafted gear is still top, which is great, but either I'm too dumb to understand the system. It's just so complicated. On top of all the other systems, why does there need to be so many systems? Why can't we just have the pattern? Sure, if you get these little tokens to upgrade your tree, your talent tree, or whatever, your profession tree, I get that. I don't have a profession on this one, I don't think. Why not do that? But concentration, ingenuity, all that sort of stuff. Why don't you just, I don't know. It's like at work, we've got plastic recycling that we open a lot of packages, and so we have recycling, but we don't call it recycling, we call it dry waste. Why can't we call it the recycling and the rubbish? Why do we have to make it complicated? Dry waste and landfill. Just call it what it is. Why reinvent the wheel? Why have different names for things? What's wrong with the names they had before? So for crafting, for me, I feel like they've made it unnecessarily complicated, and in my head I just want it to be, you've got a pattern, even if you've got an energy bar or something, this it's basically what it is, but my brain doesn't like the names that they've called it. Yeah. And time gating your progress into your professions is a pain in the ass. It's just my opinion. I used to love crafting on multiple characters. Now I just feel like I have to invest too much time and effort into doing it. Mainly because I'm a cheapskate and I don't like to buy things off the auction house. If I would prefer to farm up my own materials, but to do it that way takes so long that it's you just give up. So Dragonflight in particular, I was an alchemist, and because I didn't do Mythic Plus or very many dungeons at all, because I wasn't in a guild for a lot of it, I felt like I missed out on a lot because I couldn't get into Brackenhide Hollow solo and get there was patterns and things in there. And because I didn't raid, the patterns that dropped from the raid, I had to do looking for raid for that, and there was no barrier for me to do that, but at the time it felt to me too overwhelming to join looking for raid. I felt like I didn't know the fights, and so I would be yelled at because there'd been a lot of yelling the previous expansion on you don't know anything, why bother coming. I didn't want to be one of those people. I didn't want to be... I was a high level raider for a long time, and I didn't want to be one of those people that don't know what they're doing and stood in stuff and was dumb because of wipes and things, so I just didn't do it. Silly. I look back and I go, just you should have done it. But yeah, so I still don't have a few of the recipes even for my main. It's a bit too late now and you can't solo them yet, so we tried a 3-man Imudrosil the other day and you know, we got quite far. Was it 3-man or 4-man? Sorry. We got quite far, but it's still pretty hard. So it's just going to be one of those ones I get later. Yeah. I am missing. Excuse me. Got a sneeze. Pets. They've changed the warlock so much. Line of sight. My Void Walker looks like it's having a little fit there. I need to go back. I've got the Otter mounts. I've got the rings on a couple of characters, but not all the rings for all the otters, so I need to go back and do that. That's another day. I wonder how easy it is to solo those dungeons now. I'm sure they'd be pretty easy. I haven't looked up what... I think you can do it on follower level. Pretty sure you can. A lot of people had troubles with the follower dungeons, but I didn't. I thought they were good. Demon coming late to the party. So what else can I show you that I need to work on? Ah, Jenny. Mechadon. So I've almost finished that. Just look, Battle of Dazar'alor. Where is it? That's all I need. Junkyard Melomaniac. So it's just a drop. Just one drop from something that I've probably killed 100 times. Sorry, I was going to answer. Maybe let's go pop into Mechagon after I've run out of characters here. I don't think a Warlock has an interrupt, does it? Just gotta kill it fast. Maybe I gotta change up what I do on stream because I don't seem to have much luck on stream. Maybe I don't have the right... doing the right thing for the right type of luck. Maybe streaming for me is and mounts dropping are not the right combination. Maybe it's getting patterns or completing achievements or, I don't know, getting the right transmog. These white things, that white type of transmog that drops, I wish they could retroactively give you credit, because I swear that I've had a bunch of these things in the past. And now you have to get them all over again. So what else? I'm working towards this. Look, I'm almost halfway with that. That's a pain in the ass to do. So then that'll finish off that one. Get that. And the Nazjatar drops pain in the bum. So I need to get the pet from the Scale Brood Hydra. So if you just buy the pet, doesn't give you credit. You must have it drop from the Scale Brood itself to get the achievement. The barnacle bag is from those crabby dudes. Never drops. And razor shells from the turtles. That's all I need. Burn, baby, burn. And run, faster, run. I don't have an interrupt. "58 attempts. I think I still have too much hope in my heart. Leave. So, do I go up to the Demon Hunter? Oh, it's getting cold. You probably can't hear the music that's playing through my headsets because I muted it. But it's good music. If Twitch wasn't so stingy on what they think is copyright and what they don't, you could hear it too. It's copyright free music, but Twitch won't think that, so. Because all music's made up of the same 4 chords. Oh, just bonked my head. Boop, boop. See, I'm also an inscription on this one, I think. Unless I dropped it. Rapidly getting to the end of my care factor for these mounts. What is this character? Is 71. Yeah, we'll see. Should do some time walking on this character. I don't know how to tank, so I have to DPS, but I think that sounds like fun. Might be able to work up enough tokens to buy one of the toys. Because I kind of run out of characters to do it on. It's the fact that these guys aren't dying very fast, I think that's about it. It's gonna be a long fight. What can I do? Here, you know what I can do? So I can Google Archon. Archon's a really good website that gives you like specs and stuff. So I think Unholy Death Knight is really good at the minute. Talent build. So where is it? I don't know what any of this means, but we can, wrong button, Leanne, talents, import, and there we go. Just going to change it up. And then, because I'm super lazy, I'm going to get this button here. Let's move that button here. Boop. Okay. And we're going to one button it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Got him down quite a lot. Come on, mister. Get down from there. It'd be so cool to have jetpacks. But it'd be expensive to run, I imagine. Just like attach a couple of little butane canisters to a backpack and set them to on and then light them. I think you'd blow yourself up. Well, I suppose I got one BOE to drop. That's pretty good. Okay. It's something. Had a lot of crap in my bag, hey? No. What am I doing? Where on earth did that come from? I wonder if that was from a quest or something. So are you ready for the bag update? I am not. So I've got a... I don't have anything in void storage, so that's lucky. But I do... And I have recently bought the last war band bank tab, so I did put a lot of stuff from my bank into my war band. But I do have 2 guild banks. 2. One for Alliance, one for Horde. That I need to transfer into my character's bags. And I need to make sure that everything is out of the reagent bags, because you can't be sure that because the reagent bags are going, aren't they? So you need to make sure everything's out of them, just in case. I'm sure that nothing will happen again, but just in case. I was very lucky last time. I didn't lose anything. Do I have a... I don't know. Do I have an interrupt? I do not. Stunning? That's a stun. What's this one? Defile. That's not a stun. So no Army of the Dead, hey? Yeah, so out of the reagent bags, I didn't lose anything. That's what I was saying. I didn't lose anything last time. Well, look, to be fair, I wouldn't know if I lost something or not, because I got so much crap. It's all organized, but I have a lot of crap. So, I mean, really important old school stuff that is there ready to craft with and make things with. Obviously, not just getting the patterns is enough. You must make the items to get the appearance. So I have been working through that too. I originally started with this collecting all the transmogs. Why not stunning? Nah, I'm gonna die. Alright. Sand Lane. Death coil? No, it's on interrupt. So this won't interrupt it. Okay, because I can't lift the boss off the ground. Well, that's a shame. I have to... not going to be able to kill it. Because I'm too much of a baby. I'm just a baby. Alright, so... Alright. That's good. That's okay. What did I say I was going to do? What are the things I was going to work towards? This is not the... I don't particularly feel like doing any more of them today. What I need to do is go to Mechagon and have a go at that achievement. That's what I need to do. I'm trying to make my hair less fluffy. Okay, let's try on the main. Wash my hair today, so it's particularly fluff. I'll straighten it later when it's a bit more dry. If you use a hairdresser on my hair, if you use a hairdresser on my hair, it's really good because she has to do it. But if you use a hair dryer, it makes it even more wiry and like it's not wiry, it's soft, but it's just fluff. so it makes them more floof. Now on my main character, I had changed covenants the first time ever. Terrifying. But I did it for a particular reason, because on my Venthyr, how do I find it? I'm a very visual explainer. Expansion feature? Covenant? I'm working my way through these. This is what I was doing, concentrating on for a long time recently. Special covenant features, right? I need to do on my priest all of these ones here. Because she's Kyrian, I have been funneling all my anima to her to unlock the last rank of the fight, the arena thing in the Kyrian Covenant. So that's there, that's on its way. I need to do Kerala, Wings of Woe, hey? Just gonna... More adventure. Okay, I'm gonna bring up the achievement, because when I... Oh, so it's a adventure table mission. So I guess I have to be Kyrian to get that mission to come up? That must be what it is. Alright, so I can't do that yet. These are all Kyrian, Kyrian, Kyrian. Trials of Kyrian. See, there's heaps of stuff here. But this is what I changed covenants for. Long sleeve double. So apparently it doesn't drop when you're Venthyr. But it's for your Ember Court Dredger. So they said you should have it be on a Necrolord to have it drop. Hey! How you doing? Yeah! Thank you for coming on and for the follow and stuff. I'm just trying to work out how to get it, and I read up on it before. I remember reading that I had to be on Necrolord for these to drop, because it's the only thing I need to do for this. I've got so many achievements that are just one thing left. So, yeah. Thank you for the shout out and for the follow, Grammy Cakes and Sweet Pancakes, and everyone who's watching. Thank you. I remember flying here, and I can't remember why I flew here. It was for a particular reason. I think I was having a bit of a mind blank. Maybe I'll go back to Maldraxxus and try for that jagged bone saw. have a go. I've been doing the GMOD runs and I ran out of characters to run them on that can either interrupt or kill the boss. I ran out of 80s. And then I said I was going to do some time walking and then I forgot about that. I'm a bit all over the place today. And then I came on here to finish. I was going to Mechagon. That's why I came on. Talk about ADOS. Attention deficit. Oh, shiny. It's terrible. From some inspiration from a very brand new streamer. I'm not very good, and I've been, what have I been streaming for a little while now, for almost 2 hours, just blabbing on to myself about nothing. Yeah, it's such a pain. Okay, so I need to kill Collector Cash because he drops, supposed to be. I was watching your stream the other day and you have so many cool setups and boxes and information and pop-ups and noises and bits and bobs and stuff, and I was just like, how does he do it? I don't understand. I'm just proud that my little notification came up. That's all. I've gone too far. Yeah, I've been watching other people's streams for inspiration and for knowledge as well. See, I don't understand how something will drop off a character. So I need the Jagged Bone Saw, right, for my Venthir achievement, but it drops when I'm in Necrolord Covenant, but it's for a Venthir Covenant, so it doesn't make sense to me. But I've been here, before I started streaming a few weeks ago, I set my character and killed it every single day for 3 weeks in a row, and it didn't drop. Oh no, I'm real bad ADHD. I'm so bad. And now that I'm menopausal, it's doubled. I was really bad before, and now I'm just, I lose track mid-sentence every time. So I'm having to remind myself, finish your sentences. Yeah. I like to use the excuse that I had cancer and chemo for the brain fade and for the lack of concentration, but I'm pretty sure I was like this beforehand. Pretty sure. See, and I've got all these lists on the side that tell me things I need to collect. So my friend Aries, whenever I go off on a tangent, she usually writes in stream squirrel, and oh yeah, stay on track. Oh, there's someone here already. Garrison. See, I always think, oh, someone's waiting here. It should spawn soon. I'm not sure it does. So let's just do the Mechagon thing. I got so excited my last stream. I got a follower and I'm like, yeah, awesome. And I was really happy. And I went up to, I finished the stream and I went up to have dinner with the family. And I was telling everyone, oh no, I think it went really good today. I got another follower. And my daughter pipes up. She goes, oh yeah, that was me. Oh, okay. Thanks for following me, my daughter of mine. Hey, a follow's a follow, right? Don't expect my 12-year-old to really care what I'm doing, but no, I was happy. Doesn't matter. I'm doing it for me anyway. So from here, I'm still trying to get the blue spray bot, this hollow thingamajiggy, which is from a quest, a daily quest that pops up. So we don't, don't want to do that one today. The other place. No, I don't want to do that one either. And yeah, so if you want to watch somebody with a good concentration span, I'm not your girl. I don't want to do that one. Redistribution? I don't think that's going to help me. Not particularly interested in doing any quests. I just making sure that I don't have, because this one over here, this data anomaly, that's what I need the quest to be up for that. And I need 6 chests. Hello, Trog. So orange. We go look orange. Six years of streaming, hey? That's a long time. I'm only slightly impatient with my, 2 weeks. It never drops. I did this almost every day that this was content. Okay, some chests. What's this quest here? I just got the minis recently. So happy. I needed King Mechagon for years. And it finally dropped. So this thing that I want drops from... Why would you mount on a thing that can't fly? The rust gramophone something or others. I think it drops from rares. think I read somewhere that they increased it to drops from all rares, but we'll see. I mean, don't think it's going to drop anyway. I want it. That's what I want. I need to have like somebody come and let me kill them 50 times. Just res, like get naked, put your stuff in the bank. Let me just kill you 47 more times. The klepto boss. I've never heard of the klepto boss. Ah, it's one of those excavation bosses. Doesn't drop anything I want anyway. Chief key. I need a chief. Hello, chief. Sorry, you have my key. Oh no, I don't want to do this one either. And it gives you 20 spare parts. But you'd have to donate lots of spare parts, and I need those spare parts to make items to get my achievement. I'll do that too. I can just hear areas. Squirrel! Squirrel! It was such an... I knew somebody that made 1,000 things back when it was current content, and I was like, how did he do that? It's, to me, was unattainable with the rate that you used to be able to collect them. Like, just to kill things for the amount of spare parts was unbelievable. And then you had to use them for all sorts of things. Because there was another achievement that you needed to do 1,000 something or others as well. Yeah, we're just going to ignore that. So hopefully this Discord server that I've joined will be able to help me with finishing off some of these meta achievements. Oh, my dog. It's got to go bark at something outside. It's very important. She gets out there right now. Her tail's wagging while she's barking. It's a very good protector. Our property backs onto like a creek where people go walking. There's not much of a creek. It's more like just a big sort of open national park type area. And we know when anybody walks past, particularly if they have a dog. But when we take her out for walks, she's quiet as a mouse. She'll just like slink past the dogs really scared, but if they're walking past her house, oh, I'm gonna bark at you. She's smaller than a cat though, so. One more jewel. So what was I looking up? I was looking up the make it done. Junkyard. Battle of Regan. I'm just going to quickly double check where it drops. Oh, that's the one that's from Data Anomaly. That's why it's not dropping. Well, the quest isn't up today, so I'm not going to get it done there. Let's find 2 more boxes and craft what I can with the spare parts that I've got. And then we might go and do some time walking. Gear up an ult. Level up the Demon Death Knight. So that I can kill the GMOD one more time. Because all I've really got to do is boring stuff, like work on my covenant for my priest. No. Where are they in my bag? Maybe if I tidied up this mess. Maybe I got rid of it. Maybe I put it in my bank because I was doing runs on this character and I needed the space. That sounds like something I did. That very much sounds like something I did. Okay. I'm pretty sure you need the daily quest up. Just double checking. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. That was make the weapon, the other one was something else boring. So, I can make 8 of them. Whatever they are. So, 487. Then I'm going to post these things to my priest and then log off. disenchanting. Then I can tidy. Oh, I should have actually stayed closer there, then I would have instant log off, hey? Okay. So these characters I can't do freehold on. Before I start time walking, I'm just going to double check because I did plant these characters into Dazar because I put a mission table mission which gets them across to the other continent. And I think I might be able to do a couple more freehold runs, try to squeeze out my chances just for this week. A lot of these remix, the Pandaria's remix characters, because I haven't quested in BFA, I can't get across to the other continent. But these characters, I think because they were slightly different, or I may have started the quests there or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I got the last few levels. I'm very keen to get shark bait. Yeah, so wouldn't that be good? Cherryguard Sound. See? We want to go to Cherryguard Sound. It's exactly where we want to go. Sometimes things work out. Don't you hate when you think you've got the last little bit of coffee, but you don't? And you're like, oh, I'll just finish that. Oh, it's been empty for a while. I'm not obviously going to do all the quests. I'm just going to... Dungeon Mythic. I mean, it's going to be hard doing it on this character because they're terribly geared. Terribly. Terribly geared. Like, so badly geared that if I did any time walking on this character, I'd feel really bad. They're only 70, I suppose. I'm so hard on myself. Let's just sign up for one. I just say how terribly geared they are and how bad, and then I just pull half the dungeon, and then pull the boss. Good job. Not a problem. It's way better than the fish sticks incident of a couple of days ago. Oh, sad. Hey, pets, defend me! Defend your mother! Okay, well, I mean, like 73 attempts I'm up to. And then I think I've got a couple more I can try that on. Hmm. I was looking up that final Battle of Dazar'alor that I was trying to get, and it says they're only lootable when the daily event Discs of Norganon is active. They drop from certain ads, Pale Pond Water, Pond Wader, um, Daily Recycling Loot Box, and the blueprint can only loot one rare per quest item. Some quest items may summon multiple rares, but you only get to loot the first rare you kill. So if you pick up any of the 4 quest items except individual quests, then abandon the quest. So basically they're saying don't complete the quest and abandon it if you don't get what you want, and then try again. That'd be so hard. Oh, I don't want to do that. Send the fleet. I'm not sure if... See, send the fleet. Let's just choose that one. However it gets me across the other side of the pond is fine. Okay. Yes, ma'am. So my friend Mallory says, yes, ma'am. I'll just say yes. Oh, she's on guard again. On guard, doggo. Why did dogs bark? Like, what do they really think's gonna happen? I know they absolutely can't help it. Dungeon Mythic. I don't know what any of these buttons do. just just click on some things. Maybe I might do the single button on this character too. A soggy ship rat. I didn't realize they were called soggy ship rats. How many times have I run through here? I just thought they were rats. One button. My DPS is so low. It's so low. Oh my gosh. Managed to do it though. It's getting to the point that I just don't even want to look at the loot because I'm just like, oh, it's not going to drop. So what's that? 74 attempts. Still within the lucky range. So I think I've got one more character that I can move across to this continent. Pretty sure. This one. Maybe the one underneath it. Because it's Alliance, so get a cheat there. Oh, so cold. Makes you want to get under the covers of your bed with a nice hot cocoa or Milo or something and read a book. I can't concentrate on books these days. I used to read all the time. Do you reckon I'll be able to do it at 75%? Let's try. So, what did I do this? Shiver. I had to pick somewhere. Oh, get out of the way. There we go. Yeah, 100% were. Yep. I have to do everything the hard way. But I ran out of characters to run last time, and I have managed to wrangle a couple more. I'm running out of motivation to try to run for mounts. So all I've got really left, when I say all I've got left, I've got a lot to go run. I've got sort by chance, GMOD, and I don't want to. I've done a lot of them on Mythic. I lie. I've done a lot of them on normal, and pretty much all the characters I can on LFR. Marifang is irritating to me at the minute because when you get lifted up in the air and then they drop you in the room, it's sort of, you have to reload, and I feel like then everyone's just going to be sitting there watching my reload screen over and over. Shark bait's my next highest chance. And then Argus, I think, I don't know, sort of it's daytime. I feel like I should be out in the virtual outdoors. Oh man, these characters are so low. At least I don't have to do Tazafesh anymore. Or Nighthold. I am finding that anytime a mount drops though, I am not on stream. Isn't it supposed to work the other way? I thought that was streamer luck. I think it's fake. Hello, Harlan. At least I know what the buttons are on the Shaman. Feels comfortable, like coming home. So yeah, my choices are, do I work on Kyrian Covenant? Or do I maybe do some more GMODs on different difficulties? Or and Taurus runs. At least with the Antaurus I can skip it. But I may not have a lot of characters that can go there. I think that's probably my best bet. I've got 2:30, probably only got an hour before I have to get ready to go out for dinner at the in-laws. Alright, let's bring you across. I'd like to learn how to tank. I've never tanked for a long time, since Molten Core and the original, what was it, 20-man raid, Upper Blackrock Spire. That's the last time I tanked. Since I'm here, shall I run this anyway? Squirrel? Yes. Yes, let's do it. Probably need some pets, eh? I shall call my only pet. Revive. Just thinking, what's the easiest class to learn to tank on? I've heard that warrior's pretty easy at the minute. Well, in guild, they were laughing that you don't even have to do anything. You just have to look at them and then you've got threat. So maybe that's a good way to start. Maybe I can do it on my alliance character where I don't know anybody, so it doesn't matter if I stuff up and I don't log on very often. So if people want to abuse me, I won't notice. Or do I do it on my character that I've actually geared mostly? Not in tank gear, but just in normal gear. Ah, the list of things I need from the from those bosses are getting smaller. Very slowly smaller. Yeah, people wonder why there's not many tanks and healers around. It's got nothing to do with all the abuse that you get. It's always the healer's problem if everyone dies. It's nothing to do with the DPS not interrupting or standing in fire or, you know, doing anything to preserve their own lives. And it's always the tank's fault if the threat's lost. It's nothing to do with anybody else doing anything naughty. They either pull too much or pull too little. They run too fast, they run too slow. Can't win. So what might be good for one group is bad for another. It's brutal. I'd hate to be somebody learning to play for the first time and thinking I'd like to learn how to tank and then jumping in a group and then getting abused and then the community's like, oh, no, not as many people play anymore. I'm not surprised. Blizzard tried to add that dungeon leader feature to the pug group so that somebody can check it if they know what to do, but if nobody ever takes the time to explain fights, and you don't want when you jump into a pug, you don't want to be the one saying, "Oh, I've never been here, I don't understand," and then having to wait. No, just while people explain, but people won't explain, so there's no problem. Like they just go, "Oh, you just follow along." Oh, you didn't interrupt. Oh, you didn't heal. Oh, why'd you do that? Oh, you lost at the wrong spot. The main reason I haven't PvP'd is because of the abuse that happens in chat, and I'm too sensitive to just ignore it. But I would actually like to understand what I'm doing and why we have to do things that we do. It's a bit foreign to me to understand how the games are run. Come on, I just need one more thing from that guy and he just won't give it to me. Alright. So completely topic swap, because this is how my brain works. We've had a lot of trouble because we live next to like a national park type thing, a Cobbler Creek it's called, and it's like quite an open space. It's a haven for birds. There's lots of trees they can live in. There's lots of bugs and there's a water source and everything. So birds love living here. The problem is they also love sitting on my roof during the day because it's nice and warm. And so we get pigeons and they get pretty much uninterrupted time to breed because they've just got so much space and so much food and it's perfect environment. So we've had lots of troubles this year with pigeons roosting on our roof on our solar panels. We've spent quite a lot of money getting them what they call boxed in. Basically, you get mesh around each panel so they can't get underneath and roost. And we've had an exterminator come and shoot them. He got 15, but they're starting to come back. They're starting to breed again. And I've bought a slingshot, which is not illegal. You're allowed to, but I've had it now for 6 months, and I haven't had the confidence to go out there and actually practice or shoot it at any birds because I'm a sook. So we're going to my in-laws tonight for tea, and they've got 13 acres of land, and they should be able to set up a cardboard target, maybe have some practice so I don't feel so silly. Get my husband to practice, maybe he can have a go. He's the one with the shooting experience. Maybe lure the pigeons down to the area where there's no people walking by and stuff. No chance of hurting anybody. So that's my plan for the afternoon, is to bring my slingshot and have a practice with it. Even if I just, I don't know, put a paper ball in it or something and just scare them off. Try to put something on the roof to say, go away. Some shiny ribbons or something that they just don't like the look of, or a pretend owl or something on the roof. Just get them away. Random thoughts. I don't want to have to keep paying this man to come out and shoot them. It's not too expensive, but it's still... They just go away and they make more pigeons. I'd just rather discourage them from being around my property. And then I see video of places like Rome, and there's so many. I'm like, oh, that's the first time he has an aggro running past him. And I just look and I go, oh man, their gutters must be full, and the pigeon shit that's everywhere. Oh, terrible. I'm surprised that the council don't have any responsibility towards feral pigeons. I feel like they should. At least like a access to a discount to exterminator or something. Because it's the trees that they're planting that are attracting them. The trees that the council plants drop little seeds and things which the pigeons eat. Alright. I think it's too late for them. Hunter's mark, but never mind. 76. Yeah, there's heaps of alliance quests and achievements I need to work on. Did I run this on this character? We shall see. There's apparently an add-on that you can get that tells you what you've done before you've logged on. So it gives you a list of what you've run on what characters. But I mean, how many add-ons do you need? I have to just log in and have a look. So, and Taurus. Definitely have done it on my main, for sure. Would I have done it on my warrior? I have not done it. There you go. Mythic. We should have a look if the penguin quest is up. Huh, you ran past two. So you wonder if this new add-on that I've got from can show me what quests are up. They're a weekly lockout. So Necrolord only Fleshwing. I thought that any characters could do it in. So do you have to be Necrolord for the map to drop? These are things I should have known a long time ago. So look, I think it's a good idea, but this add-on, but events. Oh, that's in the more. That's a tease. They should fix that. I mean, it's been broken for so long that those bosses don't spawn. It's disgusting that it's not still broken. It's the only achievement I need for the meta. Whatever the meta that was. There's so many metas. Like, if it's part of a meta, it shouldn't be broken. Yeah, Minions of the Cold Dark. They don't spawn. Saralek. Talk about getting distracted. Whatever. He's she is still working on this add-on, so I'm sure there'll be updates and additions and stuff as they go along. 77. Keep pressing the wrong button. spell of money for World Awoken meta. Well, that's a shame because I'm not there. So that's it. That character's too low. I've done these. So they're horde, so they're too hard. I mean, I wouldn't have opened BFA with that one. This one maybe. Maybe. Let's give it a go. No, I think this is a Pandaria one. You know when you have too many characters? That's me. Oh, so cold. So this is a horde one. Nah. I thought this was my alliance one. I'm doing everything I can to not go to Antorus, aren't I? It's not particularly a mountain there that I want. I'm only getting it to add to my numbers. And because I don't have it. Or a shark bait, so cute! Let's go. I got no appearances last time, that's not good. So this one is just my dwarf, I think. How do you find out? Dwarf, just plain dwarf. So this is on my list of ones that you need the heritage armor for. I don't like the dwarf run animation. It's like their legs move too slow and their body's too stiff. Very critical of it, I know. Come on, give me the appearances. Why is it not working? How many times did I have to click it? Run, 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 run. Give me your appearances. I'm pretty sure after this event they'll only drop 2 things as well. But you know, you just gotta do things. What's more important, the appearances or the mounts? The mounts get me more points. Oh look, another Reigns of the Grand War Mammoth. Honestly, if you need it, come with me. I've deleted so many. Oh look, here's another one. Run, 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 run. You know how you get little mini goals in your head. Oh, you know, I've just got to do this and then I can do that. In here, I need to get the final appearance from the Archivon. He only needs one. And then it'll be like, yes, and oh, look, there's one. And then I won't have to run all the way to the end. I'll only have to go to 3. Yes. Excited over a belt. It's quite a good set. Again, the helmets always let it down. I don't like that. Might be there. I like the colours in that though. That's pretty good. At least I don't have to run out this time. No. No, oh, that looks so cute. So cute on a gnome. Kind of looks like a baby onesie. Things you can say in World of Warcraft that you can't say in real life, hey? So I did download an add-on that tells you stuff about stuff, you know, the stuff that I was trying to tell you before about what characters you do on what stuff you do on other characters, not details, not rarity, time, weak auras, rare scanner, rat pub. Maybe I didn't download it. This is another one that I've been told is good. Tells you what characters you have. Got a few. What you've run. And you can adjust what you want to track. Where did I go for that? If you don't want to show some alts, it is called weekly rewards. You can unclick. So these are I can unclick Castel Masters Gear whatever because I've got it. And these are the ones that I'm farming at the moment with this event. So I've got them selected up here. But it tells you which characters you've done delves on, what reputation you are farming and whether you've done the dailies for it and whether you've done the world bosses in areas that you want. So it's a good planner, I guess. And you can sort what from what rewards, what the name is. You can sort it by character, like obviously alphabetical, what realm they're on, levels, and whether you want to just follow all your horde characters or your alliance characters, where you've parked them. So Shows me where these are. When were they last on? So it reminds me a bit of the Altaholic. I think it's Altaholic that is, or there was something about alts, and you used to be able to tell. That's alright. I didn't use it to its full ability, and yeah, this is the main character I do everything on anyway. Have I done the Godfather? No, not on anything except one. Weekly Gilded Stash and Delves. So I need to do one more delve on my main. Awakening the Machine. Nightfall. Bleh. Yeah, so according to this list I haven't done much. But apparently there's another app that you can see what lockouts your characters have without logging in. So on the character login screen, there is that as well. I will have to find that out. Yeah, I think I have Altaholic still on there, but it keeps telling me I have mail that's expired or has been deleted on characters, and when I do the recovery for the mail, there actually isn't anything there, and it irritates me that I get that notification every time I log in. This one mustn't be too bad, kid. Yeah, not too bad. Maybe it's when I took off Altaholic. I've got quite a few. Yeah, I think I took it off. I tried to really cull the amount of add-ons that I have, because as my computer's aging, I don't particularly want to spend very much money on it. There's other things I need to spend money on, and so I just keep reducing I mean, the biggest one I could take off is all the things, but why would you want to take that off? How do you play the game without all the things? I was on night duty and I took my laptop in to work, and it is over 15 years old, this laptop, and it barely runs well. But in the downtime when we're waiting for patients to come in, we sort of don't have much else to do our night, and so I was playing and I was picking up greens. I'm like, I can't delete these greens because what if I don't have the appearance? And then I because of source code, so it might say that you've had it. Anyway, so I just had to leave everything in my bags and then log on to the main computer, and I'm like, I already have that, doesn't matter. 78 attempts. Like how do you just go into an area and not know if you've collected everything? I don't know how to play anymore without it. It's the first thing I look at. Every time the computer comes on, the screen comes on after load screens or whatever. Oh, okay. Color runnings. Need to do penguins. And then it makes me know how I want to play that day. Yeah. It probably does feed my ADHD quite badly. Even flying through a zone and I'm on my way to do this. And then I fly, I'm like, oh, shiny. Excuse me. said it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon already. Quite like this paladin mount as well. I feel like Dre and I have the hard end of the stick. I don't mind them as a character. As a class, you know what I mean. I was saying earlier that I had music playing on my last stream, and then it got parts of the stream are muted on my VOD but I had used Streamlabs as an add-on and had the copyright-free music on, just playing on one of those little sources, I think it's called, and then I thought I was pretty safe with that, but apparently not. So I watched a video today of how to play music, and they said I've gone through all the settings, but then I lost confidence. So I'm pretty sure you can't hear the music that's playing. I can. I muted it on my OBS. And I put game noise back on. I want to make sure that I get it right before I put it back on, because I don't want to have big quiet spots where I'm talking. My next thing is learning how to clip my VODs and put them up on YouTube, or edit the videos and maybe make a video from it. I don't know how to edit yet. Because I was saying that when I play, I like to have YouTube playing and watching other people play games and things. It just makes me feel like I'm not all by myself. I should probably watch streamers more, shouldn't I? Oh, come on. I don't want to run this forever. I feel like TSM is good, but it's deceptive. Like, it says that things sell more than they do. I always think that's that bit there, the castle, is this area here. No rating, mythic plus pressure. Yeah. I'm hopefully not going to be doing too many endless runs after this event. This has really accelerated my collecting frenzy, but I'm running pretty low on fumes for this now. I think I'll be happy once I get this one and the Taurus one. I think that's what. I would really like to do more Mythic Plus. I'm just so scared of, because I don't do dungeons, of not knowing where things are, or what did I just do? Of wiping the group. I had a friend that I've known for a long time, and he's like, you should come with us. And then I'm like, I'm really bad. I'm really undergeared. I don't know this dungeon. And he's like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's only a Mythic plus 10. And I'm like, I'm telling you, dude, I'm not, I haven't even got the right spec. He's like, it's easy. We'll just facepalm it. And we only just got +1 on the timer, or whatever it is, you know, the making it with the timer. And I'm like, I told you. I told you. And he's like, oh, it's fine. I'm fine. You can come again. We do this almost every day. And then I think his friends were like, don't bring her again, because I didn't get invited again. Which is understandable. I just, yeah. Like, I know how to play my class, but I'm usually healing. And healing in Mythic Pluses is just so much pressure. So much pressure. As the older I'm getting, the less reactive I'm getting. So, like, trying to follow everything on the screen. Yeah. Because I had such a gap between, um, it was, so BFA was the last time that I was in a big, like, this wasn't a big guild. It was, I knew everybody in real life, and we had 15 people in our guild, and we would raid once a week, and it was just lovely having once a week. Where is the dungeon? Where am I going with this thought process? Anyway, so after BFA, the guild broke up, and everyone went there. So there was only a couple of people left playing WoW. 2 of them went and changed servers, and then there was me and 3 other people who were sort of left playing, and we had to find a new guild, which we did, but the guild that we joined was not what we were used to. It was they already had their little friend group set up, and it's like changing schools as a new kid, where you don't know anybody and everyone's got in jokes and you're sort of not quite part of it, but it takes a long time to become part of the new family and the new group and everything. I'm making it sound really sad, but because I was so upset that the guild fell apart, they were like my besties, and I felt really butthurt from it. Yeah, and everyone's adults, and it makes it a difference. So my feelings got really hurt with the guild breaking up, and I went into this sort of depression spiral almost, which is really stupid. It's so stupid. And so my other friends were raiding, and they were doing stuff with the guild, and because when I logged on and nobody was talking to me, and I'd sort of talk in guild and nobody would reply, and be like, everyone used to say, oh, I know, it'd be good to have another girl, and you know, we're friendly, don't worry, but I didn't find that. Oh, this damn mount. So then I just sort of left the guild, and I was all by myself for almost an entire expansion for Shadowlands, and then for, what was after Shadowlands? This? That's alright. I'm over it now. I've now joined another guild. Long story. It's such a long, convoluted story, but back in vanilla, going through to Burning Crusade, I knew somebody in real life, and then I thought he'd stopped playing WoW. Turns out he hadn't. He just dropped off my battle net for some reason. I think maybe I went through a I don't like anybody, everyone gets unfriended. And he's like, you still play, you should join us. But they're all on a different server and they're all alliance. And I've joined the guild and they're all so friendly and they're lovely and I love them all. And there's you log on and every achievement you get a grats. Doesn't matter if it's congratulations you logged in today. They're just so we get ahead of the curve just. Um, but I don't mind about that. I just like feeling they immediately made me feel welcome. They immediately made me feel like I'm part of the group and that I've been there since the start and I really enjoy it. So, but I don't. I would like to do more than just the raid. Yeah. So I should pug. I should pug Mythic Zeros and get my confidence up doing it that way. I should. One step at a time. This is a big step, being on camera playing. It's a massive step. So I'll get used to this first. I have done Freehold, so I think I finally ran out of characters. Thanks. I have to keep an eye on the time. I probably only got half an hour left before I have to log off. Head over to the in-laws for dinner. But yeah, if you need, what server? It doesn't matter what server you're on. Winter Grasp. Oh, I could do it on another character. Look, I might be able to do it on these three too. No, I'm not Europe. I'm North America / Oceanic. Yeah. Yeah, we had to, Australians, when WoW first came out, we had to be on the North American server, so our latency was always 300 plus. I was on ENR to start, which was American. So when we used to have to do a Nixia, let's just say, my husband and I used to share a dial-up connection with the 300 ping each, and then with sharing the dial-up extra ping, so it would often hit 1200 ping, and you just have to like press all your buttons and then just wait, and then you finally everything would stop lagging and you press them all again, or you just like spam your buttons hoping that you're doing something. And my husband used to main a hunter, and he was always like second on DPS even with all the lag. You just sort of park yourself on a spot and then you just wait, and then they would know that we would lag, so that we didn't have to do too many mechanics. Yeah, absolutely. I'm always up for more friends. It's pretty much 70% of why I started streaming is to expand my friend group, to be able to meet people and do stuff. I joined a Discord server yesterday, which is called Achievements, I think it's called. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get on, like when the groups are up to finish off these meta achievements that I've got just sitting there. Hang on one sec. Okay, so apparently I've only got 20 minutes. Pretty sure. Oh, okay. Typical, I don't read things properly. We have to be there before the football game starts. And that starts at 4. You know, the football game's really important. Aussie rules, not whatever. Oh wait, where am I going? See him. I've been watching a lot of these gold challenges that's been really trending on YouTube. Um, Goldilocks and there's another one, Zanzaful, I think his name is. Can't leave this low level zone until I earn a gold token. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. The I keep thinking about these challenges and how I'm sort of doing the same thing. I have been always. I get almost fixated on I must finish all the classic quests on this character, that sort of thing. There's lots of different people doing. Oh, come on, give me the thing I want. Um, like zone locked quest challenges and stuff too. Yeah. I keep thinking, what sort of challenge could I do that's different, but something that's unique to me? I mean, most of the farms that I do are pretty uninteresting. It's I've got a farm that I need to start soon where in BFA, you know, the island expeditions, I need to earn, I haven't got any of the mounts from them, so that's like my challenge. Do island expeditions for tokens and boxes and mounts and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. That's why it's down on my list. Those were a thing, and they were a pain in the bum thing. But there's what, 6, 7 mounts? That's a lot of points. Do you collect? Are you a collector? Flight Master's never too far away. I keep flying. So I'm on data for Azeroth, and according to that, I'm 22nd on the list, which is attached to my server. So not in the world, but attached to Jubaithos, I'm 22nd. Every toy, that's, yeah. So you're doing a lot of time walking. Have you got all the time walking ones? That's something I wanted to do today that I never got around to. I don't think I'm gonna get very high up. I just I'm happy being on the front page. So I I sort of am working. Yeah, good. It's the scores are very skewed. The mounts give you the most amount of points, and then I think it's uh, no, I can't remember. But mounts are number one. So if you've got a lot of mounts, you're already straight up the top of the list. Pets and toys, I think, are pretty high up. Appearances are not, which is pretty much my majority of what I collect, I feel. It's what I find it most fun to collect appearances, I reckon, if you had to choose. Yeah. I just look at the people with the highest scores and I think they must have put in so much time, but also they must have had some good luck because sometimes it doesn't matter how much time you put into something, it, without the good luck to get it to drop, you're screwed. Yeah. Well, the good thing about streaming today is I've put my face on already, so I don't have to do that. Yeah, I'm not unlucky. I feel I'm my older. Yeah, I don't even know how long it took me to get Mimron's head, and I did it before the event. But um, details bugged out for me at. Oh god, I can't. I don't know how to rogue. Let's just bring it down. Yes, I'd be really interested. 3 tries. 3. Oh my god, that's unbelievable. I got invincible before this event. 268 tries apparently. And that's after I got rarity recently. I also tried it back in the day and I swear it didn't count half my tries. Man, 3 tries. Oh, and I had to go back in. Yeah, I've deleted 3 blazing drakes. Um, I've deleted 3 or 4 of the mounts from oh, um, Throne of Thunder, the one, the bird on the thing. You know the bird. And my friend just cries at me every time, and I'm like, oh, we'll just. And I told him, just come with me, it'll drop, and it dropped. That was funny. Um, I reckon I got up to like, how long have I got? 5 minutes. Let's try this one. One more time. One more turn. Must be pretty early in the morning for you. By this time, it's usually about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for Americans. I used to raid with a Californian person, and their raid would start at 9:30 a.m. my time, but it was at 8 p.m. their time. Yeah. So then I would try to do mythic with her, and then I would run heroic with my guild later on that night. I'm a night owl as well, but my problem is now that I have teenagers, I can be a little bit more. And before, when I had little kids, it would force me to go to bed at a normal time, and now there's nothing forcing me because I can. They just do their own thing. I work afternoon shifts a lot, so if it wasn't having to drive them to school in the morning, I'd be able to sleep in most days. But I shouldn't. I should be a responsible adult. Oh, look, another mammoth. Elite. I don't want just Shinken mammoth. What I want is the appearances. Oh, come on. I'm very much looking forward to moving on from Northrend. So I've just got one more appearance from Ulduar, and I don't have anything left to collect in ICC except for the Keldalar questline, which that's a job for another year. And I'm up to the part where it's tricky to solo. You have to do something with the professor. You have to get him to do something. I can't remember now. And it's really hard to do solo. And then once I've finished that, that's all the raid appearances I have from there, and I can move on to Cataclysm. And then I can start working on Firelands appearances. I don't need any mounts there, but just the appearances and patterns. Because I keep seeing the patterns on the auction house, and I'm like, I'm not buying those. I'm going to get them to drop myself. All my gold I'm saving up to buy the horrible, that's a new word, horrific, horrible, disgusting spider mount, which I don't want, but I need because I don't have it. Oh, I'm gonna have to turn this heater off. Wish I could just turn it up higher. Treasure goblin. Don't need anything more from the treasure goblin. That was done and dusted. Did you manage to get everything you wanted from the Dastardly Jewels event? I managed to get all the achievements from that at the last minute. Getting cheek now. I can make one more freehold round. One more. You can do it. Okay, I'm going to fly myself. That might be faster. I like dragon riding. I find it very restrictive sometimes, especially if I'm trying to herb or anything. But man, I hate the driving in under mine. Ah man, I just hate it so much. It's awful. There's so many things on the ground that you get caught on. If it was a big open space with like tracks that you could have races on, sure. But it's like sticking a bull in a china shop. It's terrible. Those achievements for the races, I'm never going to get them. Okay, little shaman, go, go, go. Did you see my mount fly? There it is. That's my mount. I want you. Well, can't say I didn't try. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. End the shot on my ugly helmet. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time, and I'll check out that message. Alright, no worries. See ya.